Eric All. We drafted Eric All, who, just like Amarius Mims, missed his last season in college due to injury. So last year, he was not able to play the remainder of the season. I believe after October, and then, actually, sorry, November. Well, no, he got hurt in October. He underwent an ACL surgery in November. And that's our second guy that we drafted who got hurt and ended his season early last season. Obviously, the first guy being Amarius Mims, second guy being Eric All. Now, I got a comment, I forget who it was from, who said about how there's rumors that he might not play this season. So I wanted to go ahead and just talk about Eric All and kind of spell all those problems. His PFF draft prospect bio said that he could be a tight end too if he could stay healthy. There's a reason why it says if he can stay healthy. So Eric All, he explains why his injury history contains a major misconception. Here's what he had to say. All was unable to participate in Friday's mini camp session as he's just 6 months out from his knee surgery. He told media members that his injury has been much harder to recover from compared to his spinal injury. Yeah, he also had a spinal injury. Yeah. It's more reasons why us taking him so early, by the way. We almost took him over Jermaine Burton, keep that in mind. And we ended up taking him in the 4th round when, reality-wise, I don't know if it was the sexiest pick of all time. Anyway, way harder, All said. My back was killing me, and then I went into surgery, woke up from surgery, and felt completely normal. So, like, going into workouts and rehab, I felt fine. But now, there's days where my knee hurts. And there's days when my leg is stiff because I had like top 30 visits. So, hold up. There's days where my knee hurts and there's days where my leg is stiff because I had like 8 top 30 visits. So because he visited different teams and had to walk around, talk to people and that kind of stuff, his knee hurts. And he wasn't able to participate on Friday because he's still going through rehab. Okay. So traveling and being on a plane and things like that, like nonstop, it kind of felt weird some days. I mean, if he's still going through rehab and 6 months out of an ACL surgery, it's not like unreasonable that he's, still going through rehab. That's pretty much normal for most ACL, MCL, PCL tears. So it's not that crazy that he would feel some pain walking around and, being very mobile. Usually in ACL, PCL, and MCL tears, you don't usually have as much mobility, or you're not going to be as mobile on it as you would be when you have to do the top 30 visits, right? You have to go everywhere, talk to people, maybe do some workouts, stuff like that. So I understand the perspective of in a normal rehab situation, you're probably not going to be on your legs that much to kind of make sure you're not putting too much pressure on yourself. He had to, which definitely sucks because that's going to push back his rehab process and also, risk the chance of re-injury, right? And having problems down the line. So, okay, yeah, no, that's, we really, okay. Yeah, we need a tight end. We took a tight end who's injured. Like, Marius Mims, I don't really care about because the guy's not going to be a starter. He's going to, not starter right away. He's going to be sitting behind Trent Brown for the whole entire season. He can take all the time in the world he needs to recover, right? We just need to teach him, techniques and certain things that he needs to learn. Eric All, he's in theory, if we move True Sample to halfback, the fullback, he is our starting tight end because Grosicki's going to be a slot guy. We almost took this guy over Jermaine Burton. Bengals, what are you doing? What are you doing? So he's 6 months into his process. Hang on. So November, December, January, February, March, April, May. He's 7 months into his recovery. Okay. I mean, in theory, then he'll be ready for the season. He should easily be ready for the season then. All knee injury is what kept him from participating in any pre-draft activities. The spinal injury became the more interesting conversation with the help of a past Instagram post from all. The caption of the photo written in all featured the phrase life-changing surgery. You know, I'm very happy that he's getting, like, you know, that everything is working out for him. But we do have to start thinking about this as a team thing here. What's his shelf life in the NFL? Because I don't know. Whenever I hear injuries, I am beyond happy that he's okay and he's feeling better and everything is good, right? But I don't want to sound like morbid or anything, or like I have no heart. But I do want to, you know. He's a rookie. We used 4th round pick on him. That's some high capital. What's the shelf life we're talking about? Like, what kind of problems are going to kind of speak up? Because we need a tight end. Like, we drafted this guy to be a starting tight end here. All choice awards made it very simple. Made it seem like the surgery was more drastic than it actually was. How the operation impacted all for the better was more groundbreaking than the operation itself. Yeah, I think because of my post, when I posted it, I said, what did I say? Like a life-changing surgery? It's because it was a life-changing for me, all revealed. I never had a back injury before, and you know, just having that back pain, it was just scary. Like, I couldn't do anything, so it was tough. It was tough for me. That was my first real injury ever. That kind of put me in a dark place at the time. But it was literally, I woke up from the surgery and it was like, oh, it's fine. See, this is the one problem. Can it reoccur? Can it happen again? You know? And I hope it doesn't. Knock on wood, I hope it never does. But this is why some players, I'm not saying all, but there are some players who do retire early because they have severe injuries. And they have a severe injury, and, you know, if you get it again, as he said, it really put him in a dark place. If he got it again, would he retire because of it? You know? Or would he go through the same process again? And then what's the timetable in that process? You know, so like these are all things. Did we pick a name out of a hat for this pick? And I was good. I was able to do everything. I could sit down and I could had a cold at the time. So I would wake up when I had a big sneeze and my back is not killing me. It was just a life-changing surgery. Okay. I think we're kind of running in circles on semantics here when it comes to the phrasing. Phrasing, I mean, it went from he was in pain, so he's not in pain, okay? You could say anything is life-changing, really. You could say, like, I don't know, like, I had a sprain in my finger because I played basketball, and I put a thing on it, and now it feels better. Okay, so the back spinal thing, I'm not sure what's the longevity of that. Will it come back? Will it cause problems in the future? What's going on there? His ACL tear, right, or ACL surgery, that has a timetable and a rehab process for it, okay? That has a set amount of time. The player should be out and, you know, whatever. That is a separate entity. That, based on what I understand, he should be ready by the season. So that's number one, okay? That's number one. No setbacks, no problems. Don't love the fact that he had to go to, you know, like the top 30 visits and he was walking all the time and putting pressure on his ACL. Beside the point, with no setbacks, he'll be ready for the season. That's okay. I have no problem with that. The spinal thing is something to take in consideration. Because, again, I'm not a professional. I don't know. I don't know the longevity of that injury. If there's setbacks or problems. But if I am correct, I believe an ACL tear surgery rehab. What's the recovery time? If I am correct, I believe the recovery time is 12 to 15 months. What? No, I said ACL. Okay, I misspelled. Holy Lord, I misspelled a word on Google, and it's giving me the S hotline number to get help. Okay. Typically by 3 months mark, you're pretty much back to your normal daily life. Says, however, for athletes and those looking to get back to sports, recovery can take anywhere from 8 months to a year. 8 months to a year on an athletic level. He's at 7 months right now. A year would be November, right? So he's at 8 months right now. Yeah, that kind of checks. Excuse me. Doesn't really check out, actually. But, yeah, wait, am I stupid here? December, January, February, March, April, May. He's 6 months right now. Okay, so yes. It checks out then. He's 6 months in. So, realistically speaking, he should be in anywhere ready to be back in football shape in 2 months, which would put him around July 13th, up to a year, which would put him up to November. So July 13th and November would be kind of a timetable when he would be back and ready to play at an athletic level for an athlete. Yeah, it checks out about right. I mean, hopefully he's ready for the season. I mean, he might not be, though. He might not be ready till November, which that puts him out, what, week 5 or 6? Maybe 7? Yeah. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this works out, guys. Comment down below your thoughts, opinions. I'll see you guys next one.